here at European Women in Technology by Maddox. A bit strange, but here today with me is a male, Robert Vis, who is the CEO of MessageBird. Welcome.
Hi.
So you were actually on stage with your female counterpart, Maaike Nachtegaal, who's the CEO of your company. What was the talk about?
It was basically about the dynamic between the CEO and the COO, and how we work together, and how obviously it's a conference for women. So what the dynamics are of women leadership.
So basically, a tech company cannot be without women in leadership. That was basically the premise, right?
For sure. I mean, I don't think any company could be without women in leadership. So any board can't be without women in the board. I think diversity in that sense, gender diversity is super important for any company, not just in tech.
So we already spoke to your CEO about that, but I'm really interested about the company. So can you explain a little bit, what does MessageBird actually do?
Sure. So MessageBird builds APIs, which are basically technical interfaces for businesses to integrate into their workflow and systems to enable communications. So the easiest way to think about that is if you're trying to get an Uber and the Uber driver calls you, we sort of power the software behind Uber to make those calls. But think about dentists or appointment reminders or delivery parcel companies bringing deliveries to your door.
My doctor sends me SMSs when I have an appointment, stuff like that?
Yeah, and we make money every time.
Okay, that's good. So a lot of people think that SMS is a technology of the past, that nobody's going to use that anymore in the future. What's your take on that?
I'd say keep thinking that. That really lessens the competition for us. No. It's interesting. People have that perception because they think about it from the consumer point of view, and obviously from the consumer point of view, a lot of like the SMSing has gone through like apping. But from an enterprise perspective, if you look at daily active users, WhatsApp is pretty big on numbers, second at about 1.5 billion, 1.4 billion, and SMS is at about plus 4 billion. So there's a lot more users in the world using WhatsApp than they're using, they're using SMS than they're using WhatsApp or Messenger or WeChat or any of those.
Just by a long shot as well. But still, you're really focusing on WhatsApp as well. So WhatsApp is rolling out WhatsApp in Business. Is that something that you will see as probably a future cash cow?
Well, we're very proud that we were one of the launching partners with Facebook for WhatsApp, and we've built a product called the Conversations API. So the way that we sort of see the world moving forward over time is that right now communication is dominated by the way that businesses force you to communicate with them, right? Like if you want to talk to your electricity company or your airline, there's only a few communication channels. We believe that in the future that's going to be a shift where sort of power to the people, they're going to decide how to communicate with businesses, and they're going to dominate that. So that'll be things like WhatsApp, or Messenger is very big in the US, or WeChat in China, or Line in Korea.
Or Intercom on your own website.
Or Intercom, or still voice. Think about just the amount of times you still call, or email, or all those sort of things. So to combine all of those channels together, we launched the Conversations API, which is one API. It has all the communication channels together. It creates one unique identity for a person. And the benefit to a business is that you need, the most important thing that you need is context. Once, if you're emailing today, but you're calling in 3 weeks, and you're sending an SMS or a WhatsApp in 2 months, you want the agent that's trying to, your customer service rep that's trying to solve your issue, to have all of that context together without actually having to look at different systems. So that's what we sort of provide.
So what you see nowadays, everybody's talking about artificial intelligence, chatbots. I wouldn't say blockchain, but let's not talk about blockchain. But is automated chats, is that something that you will see getting bigger as well in your platform, or something that you need to offer?
I mean, for sure. I'm personally just very reluctant to talk about all these buzzwords like bots and AI. It's technology that you always have to watch, and that's super interesting. And you should invest in it. We're investing in it as a company. But there was this whole rise of bot companies. How many successful bot companies are there right now?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
No, they're not, because the technology isn't there yet, right? So it's where the world's going to go. At some point, bots built on AI are going to be able to answer your customer service questions. And it'll start really easy, like an automatic responder, which was there years ago, like, hi, and then how can I help you? It'll get more complicated, like I'd like to book a ticket. Oh, where do you want to go? And so it'll get more complicated than that, and over time it'll start replacing reps, but we're pretty far away from actually talking to a machine.
How long is this going to take, do you envision? 5 years, 10 years?
I'm not smart enough to give those answers.